Hello, welcome everyone. Our discussion will start in 5 minutes. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay, thank you very much. Do we have Professor Iglesias with us? And also co-chair, Mr. Saramaki?
Yes, hello everyone.
Hello, Professor. So our discussion session will start in Taiwan time, 7:52, which will be in 5 minutes. Thank you very much. Hello, everyone, and welcome everyone to discussion 1C, discussion room 1C. I am Mike, and I am the moderator in this room. The theme is Issues and Innovation for Waste Management in Universities in the Post-Pandemic Time. As a reminder, this is a 45 minutes discussion session, and this session will end at 8:40 Taiwan time, so around 45 minutes. Now, I would like to give the floor to our chair and co-chair, Professor Iglesias, and also Professor Giramati. Thank you very much. The floor is yours, chair and co-chair.
And Dr. Giramati.
Okay, right now I'm getting a message that I will promise, so she will probably the participants. Okay, is the chair is here, Professor Patricia Iglesias? Are you with us? Because I don't see her in the breaking room.
Good to have you in this group. And I think I'll give the floor.
Hello, is Professor Patricia Iglesias.
Hi, yeah, I think Prof. Iglesias is not coming, so I think Mr. Rosli can
Tapi udah ngomong sekarang.
take care of the chair as you're the co-chair for this session.
Okay, then I'm going to present the breakout room, and if Patricia Iglesias can join us, I will be very happy if she can join the conversation. So, hello everyone, it's a pleasure, it's an honor being here as a co-chair in this session. This discussion session 1C is about issues and innovation for waste management in universities in the post-pandemic time. Well, it's a really interesting issue, and I think every university is dealing with the fluctuality of the waste during the previous years, because at the pandemic situation, whole universities were regulated, shut down, and all universities has to deal with the online learning issues. And right now, at the end of the pandemic situation, every university reopened its gates, and thousands of students and employees and staff started working again. And maybe it's a really interesting situation, because with that, the waste generation of the universities, the campuses, are big issues again. And I'm really interested in from the participants, from the presenters as well, that how the universities can deal with this situation, that a lot of people enter again the universities, there are operations again, and a lot of waste should be handled again. So 4 presentations are uploaded to the YouTube channel, and I'm going to invite all presenters to highlight the main point of their presentants. And of course, if there's anyone has a question, please feel free to write it in the comment section. And of course, feel free to ask the presenter herself or himself direct. So first of all, as I have got the list, we had a presentation about Mahidol University, Thailand, titled The Circular Economy Concept of Mahidol University, from Professor Dr. Kitikom Charmondostin, Vice President. Mr. President, are you with us?
Yes.
Lovely, great to have you here. So I would like to give you the floor, and I would like to ask you to highlight the main points of your presentation in 4 minutes. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for the chair. Thank you. First of all, I would like to thank you to the UI GreenMetric that invite me to join this section and allow me to give a short presentation of our activity at Mahidol University. First of all, I would like to introduce my University and my main campus a little bit. Actually, Mahidol University, we are located in Thailand. Actually, we have 6 campuses around Thailand, 2 campuses in Bangkok, 1 campus go west of Thailand in Kanchanaburi province. Go up north, we have the Nakhon Sawan province, and go northeastern, we have Amnat Charan province, located at Amnat Charan province. It's nearby, near Laos. And the main campus of Mahidol University, we located in Nakhon Pathom province. Actually, the Nakhon Pathom province, if you go west of Bangkok, is around just 15 kilometers far from Bangkok. This is the main campus because of the office of president, or the president and vice president. We have office at this campus. Mahidol University, we operate totally 17 faculties, 7 institutes, 6 colleges, and 9 centers. Approximately 24,000 students enroll for our university. And also we have academic staff responsible for teaching and research around 3,000. And also another around 6,000 to 7,000 is administrative staff and employees operate for our university. Yes, exactly. The Green University is a key in creating our university that promotes learning through the use of nature. Yes, we build a concept. We have a concept policy for encourage our students and staff to think more sustainability to our university and our national and global also. The concept of circular economy is one important concept that has been implemented to our university under the strategy of eco-university policy and sustainability. Yes, exactly. The main idea of circular economy is to achieve the decoupling of economic growth from natural resource depletion and environmental degradation through the activity that can reduce, reuse, and recycle materials for both of input and output of the system. Yes, exactly. The transition to an ecological university with the use of resource most cost effectively and efficient is a target goals of implementation circular economy concept at Mahidol University. In order to support the circular economy idea, specific programs that we have been implemented, such as the Recycle Waste Bank. This is a bank that run or operate similar to the commercial bank, but the customer, yes, exactly, the main customer is our student and our staff. Also, we allow the people who live around university to join as a member of this bank. You can take all the recycled materials to this bank and convert to be a money into your account. All the members that joins for this program, you will have a bank account. The difference between commercial bank and the recycle bank program at our university is no interest. So this is quite encourage our students and staff to recycle more materials to the system. Another program that we initiate, this is we call the compost production program. Yes, exactly. Our university, we have a lot of trees, close to 20,000 trees at our main campus. Every day we have a yard waste, and by cutting the tree, and we take all the yard waste to the program by trying to compose to be a fertilizer and using in our campus. Yes, exactly. Small amount of fertilizer that can produce, we sell to the community with a cheap price. This is a quite interesting program that we trying to reduce the toxic chemicals fertilizer that using nowadays. Another example of the programs that very interesting during the COVID pandemic. Yes, we teach online and the student they sit at the homes. So we create we call U-turn platform programs. So by encourage our students and staff donate the plastic bottle, the PET bottle to our campus, and we cooperate with the private company. They take all the donation, I mean plastic donation, to be upcycling, to be a t-shirt, polo, and we sell all the t-shirt, polo to the people in Thailand. So the money that come from the t-shirt, polo, we donate to the hospital by that the hospital can use this money to fight for the COVID-19 during the pandemic. This is quite a successful program during the COVID pandemic-19 because we got a lot of plastic bottle donation from our student staff and also people who live around Mahidol University. Yes, I will conclude that this we set a lot of program that support to the concept of circular economy in order to gain more closed loop of waste generation from the campus activities. Thank you very much for your attention.
Okay, thank you very much for the insight that you have gave us. It's a really interesting opportunity, and I'm really happy that you have such a lot of initiative that you can involve the students. I give you 2 extra minutes because I saw in the chat that Dr. Regina couldn't join us today. So every presenter has around 2 more minutes to conclude its presentation. I have one question for you because it was really interesting to see the initiatives. That do you have any data that around how many students uses those initiatives?
Yes, exactly. For the recycle waste bank, right now we have members more than 4,000, close to 5,000 members join to the programs, and right now we can convert the recycle. We have amount of the recycle material that goes to our recycle waste bank. For every year we can recycle more around close to 10 tons per year. But during the COVID pandemic, the amount of recycle stuff is a little bit decreased because the student is not came to the no activity in the campus. So that's why we initiate the U-turn platform that the student can send and donate the plastic bottle via the other transportation that they can convenient.
Okay, thank you very much for the answer. Right now, I would like to invite the participants of this breakout session. Is there any question somebody would like to raise via chat or via direct message? You can show your hands with the appropriate button below. I'm gonna wait for a few seconds if there any question arises.
I think it's no questions, but let me explain a little bit of the Recycle Waste Bank Initiatives program of Mahidol University. Right now, we expand our programs to the school. because the private company, big private company in Thailand, they has been seen our activities and they would like to join our programs in order to push this program to the kids. So we expand this program Recycle Bank to the school around our university and also expand to another province supported by the private company. Right now, we have totally around 32 schools join these programs, and the kids can learn what stuff can recycle, and they can have a behavior of collect money behavior. This is the extent of our initiative programs to the community. And it's a very success that the students, they enjoy for taking the recycled stuff to school and convert to money and put in the bank. When they finish the school, they can take all the money for buying some things by themselves. And they can, when they come back to the house, they can tell the family, the father and family, the parents, they happy to join and help the kids to take more recycled stuff to the school. This is our successful that we extend to the community.
Okay, thank you, Ernest. Congratulations for your initiatives, and then give you a good strength to keep up the good work. And thank you very much.
Okay.
Of course, every participant has her or his email address. So if there's any question arises later, I think every presenter are more than happy to answer it. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you. And right now we are going to move to the presentation number 2 with Professor Jaime Alberto Roberto. Hello, Jaime, are you with us?
Hi, Laszlo. Good morning.
Hello, it's great to see you in this platform also as well, because we are working together on the online course. Good to be here, and we are going to, we heard a presentation about the circular economy applied of the management of usable organic waste through compositing, an example of circular economy of the academic with postgraduate education. Please, Jaime, would you please so kind as highlighting the main point of your presentation? Thank you very much, and the floor is yours.
Thank you, Laszlo. Good morning, everyone. We are delighted on having this opportunity to present our project that we are developing in the University del Bosque in Bogotá. We have great interesting results on recycling the organic material that the university produces. We have a waste management system that in the first part of the project we had inorganic materials. The process of having this efficiently worked in the campus, and not only in the campus of Bogotá, but in the campus of Chía, a city that is near to Bogotá, where we have 2 classes and a beautiful campus. I want to show some pictures that we prepared in order to have a better communication with all the assistants. The part of the is composting here. Yeah. The idea that we have developed is to join the production
during the pandemic and with the
the production of waste
systems
and the recycled
for the
waste
use of organic
to pay
those
to have
receiving
money for
and
grants
low
for the students
level
of the
reuse
master
was
and other
carried
programs.
out.
Well, now we have
These
more or less
measure
50
presentations
people financed by all the
obtained
recycling
through the
process of the
characterization
university, the
procedure
circular economy
according
through
to the
compost project.
required
And this is mainly done by
Here we
satisfying the objects or the goals of
key
sustainable
processes
development
are
of
used to produce
the
value
system,
by means
international
means
system, the 17
the green university
goals, mainly the
methodology
methodology
use
using
was
by
setting
the way the
an
GreenMetric and the system
the
that we have,
environmental
the
management
environmental system for
now
processes
is conformed
and
by
5 programs.
4 programs.
The
And
first
for
one of the processes
the
are
say,
the management
processes
of the waste
the
and
water,
the dangerous
the
waste and the
energy,
solid waste. And this project
and
is
sustainable
in managing the integral waste with 5 projects. These projects
the
are here,
management,
and the implementation of a
integral
compost
management
system
waste
inside
integral
the
was
campus without
is
any
the
consequence in
implementation of
in
an
odors
being
or vector or something like that.
in order
The
to treat
implementation is
waste.
for having money
That
for
institutional line
paying
of production
grants
of the
or
social and
fees for
ecological
the
impact
students.
of
And
the
this is the
academic
circularity that we
exercise
have implemented.
and providing tools
We have this percentage of
reduction
production of
and
waste
emissions generated by the
and
final the
pets,
retaining value of the
the natural
waste,
decomposition of the
we
process, the
pay
compost, the use of compost for fertilizing
grants
the gardens and
to the
controlling the
students that
erosion of the
study
landscape and the soil recovery.
and
The objectives are
of
diagnosed
project
the
were
current conditions
diagnosed
for waste collection
the
and its
current
management
conditions
in
of the waste
Usaquén
collection
headquarters
and
facility
its management
to investigate the
at the
machines currently offered
headquarters
in the
facilities
district
to
market
investigate the
and
machine
eventually in surrounding
currently
areas,
offered in
providing
district
comparative table
market
of these
and
systems,
eventually
evaluate the proposal
surrounding
economically,
areas,
ecologically, and socially,
comparative table
establishing the safety coefficients
proposal with
and increasing
qualified
the levels of in the different programs of
Evaluate
audit in order to
proposals
have good
economically, ecologically, and socially.
punctuation of the evaluating system. The amount of organic waste generated by the concession are those. And this is the machine that we use.
That shows
The machine that we use, we bought the machine and we installed the machine.
From many
And the capacity
And
of
the
this
mother
machine
choose
is about 1,050
and the place where we located the machine
kilograms.
was
And we are
to
installing
the
the machine here
building
near to
itself.
the laboratory of chemistry. And those are the green
place where
one
we collect
are the places where we
waste.
manage
And
the waste and
organic waste
the
are treated in this
production of the
machine
waste in
shown
the campus. But others are controlled
composting
rapidly.
operation
We have
has
4 types of products, rapidly decomposing,
these are
slow
other
decomposing
types of
materials,
related
very
by
slow
general
decomposing
services
materials
for
and other
the
materials.
maintenance of the
Fresh leaves, for example, from the garden, the fruits and the vegetables
for
that are produced by the
fresh
students and
leaves,
the professors,
cooking,
all flowers,
products
weeds,
of the
bags
the
of
fruits
infusional coffee,
generate
pot
generate
plants, remain of plants young, and we have an operator, a company contracted by the university. Diamante is the company, and they give us technical support for elaborating the composting system, and we take the compost and send the compost to some landfills, but natural landfills, and other places that we have near to the university.
Company that is working on the collection of the
And
water.
the pilot plant
A pilot
is
plant
near in the
for
Usaquén locality, and the
project
responsibility,
in Usaquén.
social
So,
responsibility of the
working
university is functioning for having this with gardens like in this picture, and in order to improve the quality of life of the inhabitants and the and urban vegetable gardens will be created in the sector to integrate the people of the area.
So
And the conclusion
are
of this project is implementation of this composting project
very much
with the grants, 50 grants that we are
work
offering in the giving and they giving the money to the students that are
the
very
fund
very
of the grants for the
satisfied by
students.
this process. We are increasing this by the giving the grants for the environmental management that we are directing, and that is directly connected with the purpose of this system. And this is very important for us in order to having a better punctuation in the ranking of the UI GreenMetric and other systems of the certification, like the city system of certification PRAD. This is what I wanted to show. I am ready for having questions or what you need to ask. Laszlo.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm looking for the chat section again. Is there any question? Or you can ask via microphone as well, because we are in time.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I'm Kitikon. I have some, not just small questions, but yes, he shows a good in-off pipe technology for recycle and also try to decompose all the waste. But I would like to ask Professor how you encourage your student in the campus for in order to segregate all the waste, because I'm quite sure that the technology that you have you need to segregate all the waste first. Otherwise, the in-off pipe technology that cannot run completely.
Yes, Professor. Thank you for your question. We used a technology that is completely clean for having an aerobic process of the material, the organic material, avoiding the production of, for example, some others or some materials that are giving us bad odors. The other point is that we have to control the production of vectors, for example, rats or some other vectors that are producing, but wherein the aerobic process is not guaranteed. So this is the main thing that we have to control in the process, and that we are giving all the organic material to have a good result in the compost production and in the in putting this material in the forest or in the gardens that the Diamante company is guaranteeing by sending all the materials to the right place. This is the way in which we guarantee the best use of the material produced. There is another question, another comment?
Yes, thank you very much. Is there a question in the chat section? How do you track or weight the waste accumulated prior sent to landfill?
No, we are trying to reduce to zero, and we are about 10% of the production in order to avoid to the landfill. And we had 5 years ago we have 70% of the production to go to the landfill. Now we have only 10%, and we are going to 0% by controlling and recycling all the material.
Okay,
Professor
thank you very much.
Balogun.
We have one hand raised. Balog Avicent, please.
Thank you very much for that presentation. My question is not a question per se. I just need some clarification. You know, in doing a green university, is it possible to have the bio waste turned into fertilizer? For example, waste from humans, fecal waste, for example. Can we not turn it to a biofertilizer? Is it possible? Is that what? Can you do that in your university, or is it advisable to do in other universities? Thank you.
I think that it is possible to have this. We put the numbers in the document that we produced, and the percentage of the reduction of the refuse, the waste, are very high. Now we have only 10% of the remaining reduction. I don't know if I understood your question in this direction. So
Yes, I think I think you have answered the question. But if there's any more question, you can feel free to write it in the chat section or ask it directly. Well, Hemi, thank you very much for the presentation and answering the questions. And right now we are going to, thank you again. We are going to the fourth presentation because there's information that Dr. Regina waiting for the answers via email because she cannot join the discussion today. So the fourth presentation was about the Cairo University, Egypt, Dr. Sohail Ramanda Fahmy. Hello, are you with us?
Hi, I am here from Cairo University. I am instead of Dr. Sohail Ramadan. I am Dr. Muhammad Naguib, and I am pleased to be with you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you very much for joining the discussion. So I would like to ask you to highlight Professor Sohail Ramadan Fahmy's presentation in a few sentences. The floor is yours.
Okay, Cairo University is preparing for COP27 today, and it is a great chance for Egypt to several challenges in wastewater treatment, in environmental issues. And Cairo University, as usual, is one of the most greatest universities in Egypt, and we are happy to be represented for Cairo University. for Sustainability Office, and we prepared this presentation to show the efforts of Cairo University in different sectors in research and in community service and for students and in several fields. Cairo University, we are pleased to announce that we have first time to participate in UI GreenMetric, and we are happy to win the first new participating university for the last year, and we are happy also to announce that we have won the first best university in environmental sector on all universities in Egypt. And thank you. We will see in this presentation the efforts of Cairo University in all sectors. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I have seen the presentation yesterday, and I globally would like to ask you the same question as always we do. At your university, how can you encourage the students to take part of the green initiatives and sustainability efforts? Is it hard to get them participate in such things, or it's not too hard? What is the situation at your university? What are your experiences?
Firstly, we in our sustainability office, one of our responsibilities is to encourage students to participate, and they have taken great efforts towards sustainability and towards being green. Students, firstly, we have made a survey for the knowledge of students, and then we have made several events to encourage students, and I think they are now have several initiatives towards sustainability and towards especially COP27 right now.
Okay, thank you very much. Is there a question for the University of Cairo, Egypt, directly or in the chat section? I ask for the participants. Thank you. Okay.
For us, there is no question. Thank you. Thank you. We have no questions.
Thank you very much. Okay. If there is no question and there is no hand raised, I would like to conclude this section and what we have learned today. But basically, my personal opinion about waste management and Professor Patricia has joined the room. I got the message. Then I would like to welcome Professor Patricia. Are you with us? Can you join the discussion, please? Professor Patricia?
Hi, Professor. I'm so sorry. We are having
Hello.
a lot of problems of connection today in São Paulo because of a lot of rain. So I'm very sorry about that. I prefer if you conduct the discussions because I couldn't listen to the other professors. I just want to say that the waste management inside the university is an important issue nowadays, and we really have to work on that issue. because we can also collaborate to the use of solid waste for energy generation. And also, we can use this in the climate change agenda. That's the way we are working in the University of São Paulo today. But I'm not okay to conduct the discussions because, unfortunately, I couldn't listen the other presentations.
Okay, thank you. I'm happy that you could join us today. I'm really sad the condition that you cannot enter the room. So I'm gonna say a few words to summarize what we have learned today. Well, the sustainability issues and the challenges regarding the Sustainable Development Goals are, my opinion is that are based on two pillars. Without the social community, without the effort of the people who are working or entering the universities, without them, it cannot be succeeded. But without finding the new technical solutions, implementing them, and sharing the ideas and experiments regarding the technical solutions cannot be effective and achievable goal as well. So I think it's a technical challenge to reduce the waste concerning the human activity, and the social challenge as well. So we have to educate our children, our students, our co-workers, and ourselves as well. And we have to find the new technical solutions, and we have to list all experiences that we can to enhance their effective. The universities are doing, I think, a great job, and can be the leader of the new technical solutions. And the universities can be the leader for the humans and can show the good practices all around the world. And basically myself, I'm really happy to be part of this community. And I hope that everyone will have a lot of work and a lot of enthusiasm as well to keep up the good work. So basically, I see that we got the link for all the presentations regarding to this session room. Thank you very much for being here, being with us. And I hope that everyone will have a huge list with new connections, with new technical solutions, with new best practices at the end of this workshop. Good work for everyone. Be safe and stay healthy, everyone. And thank you very much again that I've got the honor to be with you as a co-chair in this session. Thank you, and a good day for everyone. Good night, good afternoon, depending on where are you right now. Thank you, and bye-bye.
Thank you very much to our co-chair, Director Laszlo. Thank you. And also thank you very much, Professor Patricia Iglesias, for joining us. As mentioned, I am the moderator from NPUST this time. And if we may all join back to the main room. So if you end your breakout rooms, so to the group rooms, and then we can re-enter. I think the session in 1A is ending soon, and we may have a overall announcement for the following sessions. So thank you very much again for everyone's participation, and also for our chair and co-chair. And may we please re-enter back to our main room by quickly leaving the discussion room, or leaving the group. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Recording in progress.
Doamna Florica, dar vezi că va trebui să faceți asta cu Marius, de n-am să duble, că e dacă
Recording in progress.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, it's good. Okay. So, can we start for this section?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, I would like to thank you to the UI GreenMetric and also the host that invited me to be chairman for this section. Let me introduce myself first. I am Kittikon Chamondosit. I'm a Vice President for Environment and Sustainable Development of Mahidol University of Thailand. And also, I think we have a co-chair, right? Mr. Rafael Cordova Uvida. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong. Professor Rafael, are you here? Not yet. Okay, just a minute. Okay, I will check for the presenter for this section. We are in the discussion of section 2C, the issues and innovation for education and research management in universities in the post-pandemic time. Actually, we have 4 speakers from different university. I think the first is Professor Emmanuel from Nigeria. Are you here, Professor?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Okay, thank you. And let me check for the second speaker, Professor Jamil Wibuho from Indonesia. Are you here, Professor? Professor Jamil? Professor Jamil from Indonesia, are you here? Not yet. The third speaker, Professor Vasil, Vice Lecturer from Ukrainian National Forestry University, Ukraine. Are you here?
Yes, I am here.
Okay, nice to meet you. Thank you. And
hello, everybody.
Last presentation, last speakers, Professor Victor from Hungary. Professor Victor, are you here? Professor Victor from Hungary, are you here? Are you you already joined for this section? Not yet. Anyway, I think the speakers, you already read the guideline for the presentation. You guys have to conclude, summarize of your presentation. Maximum is 4 minutes for each, and then we're going to have some discussion together by the floor. Okay. From the first speakers, okay, Professor Emmanuel, his topic is related to the achieving a green university in the post-pandemic era. This is experience from his university. Professor Emmanuel, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you very much, the moderator. Nice to be here. My name is Professor Vincent Balogun. I'm the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Edo State University. I'm representing my Vice Chancellor in this presentation. I'm presenting it on his behalf. The Achieving a Great University in the Post-Pandemic Era is our topic, and that's what we have been doing at Edo State University of Zaire. Edo State University of Zaire is in Nigeria, and it started in 2016, just a few years down the line. And we have been able to showcase issues relating to green teaching, green learning, and being able to bring on board what we call the paradigm shift in education, particularly during the COVID era. And what we did was to involve our students in critical thinking, forward thinking, in deep learning, and rigorous content. And all of this are done mostly through
I think it's something
energy in cost. Are you with me?
Yes, but your internet is a little bit not stable, I think.
Am I still? Okay. I think I'm stable now. Can you hear me now?
Okay, it's better.
Okay, thank you. So we have been able to develop this paradigm shift, which involve these 4 criteria in a way of building innovative students for the 21st century. And so what we did is to ensure that our teaching and learning, devoid of a whole lot of energy consumption, things are done virtually. We involve our students on a virtual platform. Our Senate meetings, our management meetings, documentations are all done via email and paperless. And we have ensured that all of this is to avoid excessive resource use and consumption. And that has brought us into so many, a flow strategy that we developed, and that we have been using ever since. That's also on our slide, which we have presented. And for us achieving this, we have engaged in ICT, using ICT infrastructure to develop across all our teaching and learning environment. So in our university, throughout, from the beginning to the end, we have been able to reduce energy consumption. We have been able to reduce waste. We have also been able to recycle some of this knowledge production that we have been involved at. And we developed what we call our model, learning management system model, that most universities are adopting now. Currently in Nigeria, we are one of the universities that are still up and running because of our greenness, because we have been able to reduce a whole lot of waste in all ramifications. And that has empowered us, it has engaged our lecturers, it has also engaged our students, and our students are graduating and are going to. There's no issue here and there. Transcripts are done online, seamlessly, and you don't need to, transportation is avoided. You don't need to travel from far distance to come and get a transcript because you can do it seamlessly. So we have saved a whole lot of energy or a whole lot of waste through emission. We have reduced a lot of emission factor through transportation and a lot of other issues which we have developed. They are on our slides, and I'm sure everyone can also relate with it and read it through. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor. I think you have done a lot of interesting for programs activities. I let the floor some professor that have questions or comments or suggestion. Please show your hand or open your microphone so we can discuss together. Anyone have some comments or questions, please? Or anyway, I think if you not convenient for just like open your microphone, you can type in the chat room, and then I will read your comments or your questions to the professor, to the speaker. Okay. Any questions? Okay, I have some just a question, small questions that I know that you have done a lot of teaching, learning for your students in your university. But my question is, did you have some activity that engage to the community in order to open, public teaching and learning to the people who live around your university or any other communities?
Yeah, thank you very much, Kitikon. For my university, we've been able to engage in community development. We bring learning closer to the people. For example, we've been able to build, through research, we need to build a biogas plant in our neighboring communities, where they were able, we bring the teaching, our students develop this, the teaching of, green conversion of waste to energy. And then we laid that, took that to the community, and some of those things are functional even as we speak. 2 neighboring communities around us benefited from that. Again, currently, we have a lot of quarry industries around us. Quarry, where we have a lot of dust, all of that in the environment. And one of the things we are also doing right now, it's an ongoing project that we're still doing right now, is to evaluate the level of pollution of this dust in the atmosphere. And so we engage, tricycles, motorcycles, and transporters that are using some of this gas, in order for us to evaluate the amount of dust, because we discovered that the communities around us are having some specific illness around them. And we now try to look at the causes of those illness through this research. We discover we now track the dust, and we're evaluating the amount of dust in the environment through that research. I'm sure when we get the result from the output, we'll be able to publish that, and the whole world will see exactly what we have done in that regard. So a lot of activities are going around our community, and we are still developing more. Recently, we are also doing converting the waste from our student hostel, the waste, the fecal waste, converting it into fertilizers for us to use in our farm. That, again, is another green activities that is going on currently at Edo State University. So all of this, we are doing them, and we are still on track with them.
Okay, I think the floor have some questions. Professor Rafael Cordova.
Yes.
Okay, you raised your hand. Okay.
And Professor Balagun, I am the co-chair for this session. So I will first transmit you a question from Professor Humayang in the chat. He says, a question for the honorable speaker. Respected sir, what has been the most challenging aspect of transitioning to a green university in a post-pandemic world?
It has been a bit challenging though, because of infrastructural development. Okay, infrastructure, the ICT infrastructure are not easy to come by, particularly the part of the world we are in Africa. Okay, so we need to spend a lot of resources, a lot of fund is required. Moving the university to a great university, we need to get away with the normal routine of how to teach and how our students learn. Before now, everybody will sit down in the classroom environment, 4 walls. You need to build the structure. You need to employ the teachers. All of them will be present physically. You need to do a whole lot of this. You need to buy a whole lot of this stuff for them. But moving and transitioning to a green university, you now need to, because the first thing that is most important is elimination of waste, you know. So you will now do this control all around us, need assessment of all of this, and we'll now discover that there are a lot of waste that has been generated. Waste in resources, waste in human management, waste in time management, and waste in ICT infrastructure or infrastructural development. So all of these were collated, and then one after the other, we were able to manage each of these wastes, reduce them to the barest minimum in order for us to move to a green university. So it's challenging because one, you need to buy a new set of infrastructure. You need to do a new set of things. You need to move on into a new paradigm where a whole lot of issues are required, which is quite different from the normal thing that we used to do, the conventional university.
Okay. Okay. Okay, this is with the time limitation. Thank you very much for Professor Balogun from Nigeria. Thank you very much for your presentation and your answer the questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
We move to the second speaker, Professor Jamil Wibowo from Indonesia. Professor Jamil, are you here?
Yes, Dr. Kitikon, I don't think Prof. Jamal Wibowo and his representative are present right now, so we can continue to the third presenter.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So the next would be Professor Vasil from Ukraine. If you present that, yes. The topic of UNFU Sustainable Education Management in the condition of post-pandemic and war times in Ukraine. There is a very interesting, Professor. The floor is yours, please. Professor Vasil, are you here?
Yes, I am here. Dear colleagues, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. So you can start your summarization of your presentation, 4 minutes, please.
Thank you. The Ukrainian National Forestry University is a leader of GreenMetric University rankings in Ukraine during last 4 years. The key success factor is sustainable education and research. In particular, with the University for Sustainable Development Eberswalde in Germany, the Green Project Development and Management training course was developed and introduced into educational programs, which allow students to search for
Professor, I think your internet is not stable. We didn't hear you continue.
Announced that our community lives and studies in harmony, motivate and encourage young people to think sustainably. Special attention should be focused on the The best indicator of this was a participation of UNFU students and employees in the video contest in the international project for green universities, and the victory of our student in the overall rating of video works. The project was co-financed by the governments of Czech Republic, Hungary, Poland, and Slovakia from International Visegrad Fund. The mission of the fund is to advance ideas for sustainable regional cooperation in Central Europe. At the end of the project in June 2021, a scientific and practical online seminar, Universities as Centers of Sustainability and Greening of Education, was held on the basis of UNFU for representatives of Ukrainian higher education institutions. The discussion within the seminar made it possible to clearly outline the role of a modern university in achieving the goals of sustainable development and ways to strengthen it. The motto of our university, learning to live in a harmony with nature, is actively implemented in practice during the training students of all bachelor's and master programs. But each program has different valuable experience. For example, the students of the forestry program learn how to apply the theoretical and practical principles of the close to nature forestry. Close to nature multi-purpose forestry approach is implemented enterprise of our university in the framework of a joint research and development project, transformation of pine forests to a close to nature forest management in Ukraine, and with special consideration of resilience to fire and climate extremes such as drought, which is carried out jointly with the University of Sustainable Development Eberswalde in Germany. Due to this, there are no clear-cut areas in the forests. Preference is given to natural regeneration of forests. The company's management has established a mutually beneficial dialogue with environmental organizations and local communities, thus there are no conflicts during forest management. Close to nature forestry approach is an example of eco-innovation of guiding activities in a manner which is responsible for preserving the environment. It helps to improve the protective functions of the forest, including the protection of water resources and the reduction of soil erosion. In addition, this form of forestry improves the aesthetic value of forest areas, which is important in modern conditions to increase the demand of urban residents for recreation in forests. Ukrainian education is currently going through difficult times. Many leading universities were forced to evacuate to safer regions of the country. Thousands of teachers and students are now mobilized to defend the motherland, and many of them died in the military conflict. Taking part in the GreenMetric rankings 2022 will be a tough challenge for Ukrainian universities, given the destroyed or damaged transportation and civil infrastructure systems. Therefore, the priority task of UNFU remains the preservation of sustainable education traditions and the training of specialists for the reconstruction of the post-war country. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much for your summarization of your presentation. I keep the floor. If anyone have some comments or questions or suggestion, please raise your hand, or you can type your question, comments, and suggestion in the chat box. So during the time that waiting for the, oh yes, Professor Raphael, please.
Professor Lavny, good afternoon. Thank you for your presentation. I just watched your recording into YouTube, and I found that your university has worked on on wooden houses for internally displaced people. So I wanted to ask, how sustainable is this alternative? And if you are working on other alternatives based on sustainable materials for helping this situation in your country?
Thank you for the question, Mr. Cordova. This timber building are very sustainable. We use timber from our forest. They have FSC certificate and another PAFC certificate. So, and timber forests are preserved this greenhouse and better as beton or another building materials.
Thank you very much.
I think we have another questions from Professor Victor. Please, I think you're right, your hand, please.
Thank you very much. Welcome everyone to this session. And thank you very much for your presentations. I am from Hungary. That's why I can say that unfortunately Ukrainian universities are in a very, very special, deeply special situation now. So we can hardly say they can deal with now and manage sustainable aims, goals, issues, purposes. Nowadays, they need to concentrate to other efforts, unfortunately, and struggles, unfortunately. And I wanted to just add one thought to your presentation, Professor, that the Hungarian university is like the University of Pécs, just my university. I would like to say we opened our gates, our doors for in front of Ukrainian students, and we also have Ukrainian students, refugees, asylum seekers who continued their studies in Hungary. So that's why it's very important. And also I would like to add something besides the Ukrainian situation. And I am really, really delighted and happy that we have many Indonesian students now due to an intergovernmental joint program and agreement. We have many Indonesian students also. And for example, today I had a course with Indonesian students. So I think it's really very important to exchange our thoughts on sustainability, and hopefully after this devastating war, this horrible conflict, bloody conflict that is taking place now in Ukraine, hopefully we can open our borders again and can travel to Ukraine again, and other international players, sectors can travel to Ukraine again and renew our good cooperation regarding higher education, universities, among universities, together with our Indonesian partners. So hopefully the peace will come soon and we can renew again our good cooperation. That's what I wanted to add, and thank you very much once again.
Thank you very much, dear Mr. Glit. Thank you for your support. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Okay.
And I hope for the cooperation in the future. It would be nice.
Thank you very much. I hope the same. I hope the same.
Okay. Any other comments or suggestions from the floor? If not, thank you very much, Professor Lavni, for your presentation and your summarization. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, we move to the last speaker for this section today, Professor Victor Gill from Hungary. He will summarize in the topics of every green step counts university to first through the lens of sustainability. Professor, the floor is yours, please.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the organizers and the Indonesian university that organized this outstanding conference. So I try to collect somehow and summarize my thoughts in 4 minutes. It is very complicated, but it is my privilege to take part in this outstanding meeting and represent University of Pécs. Let me share some thoughts that I would like to highlight about our Green University program. Likely we all know environmental protection is a never-ending story, and we take this sentence very, very seriously. The University of Pécs launched its Green University program 6 years ago, and the mission of this program was to encourage all the innovations, good practices, initiatives, and local policies regarding ecological awareness, environmental sustainability, and so on. And let's coordinate these efforts in science and in education also. This wide-ranging program serves as a foundation for the implementation and, if necessary, in this rapidly changing world that is filled with challenges for the correction of the university's sustainable strategy. It is also worth mentioning there is no one single and universal recipe for solving problems and managing our organizations, institutions. However, there are several initiatives, paradigms, theories, strategies, action plans, which could be suitable for provide solutions. The University of Pécs has achieved significant national and international success in the field of environmental protection and sustainability. This is demonstrated by the fact that UP won a couple of titles and awards in the last 3 years and initiated a lot of programs regarding environmental awareness and environmental protection. The University of Pécs has participated in the international program of UI GreenMetric World University Rankings for the 6th time and finished among the leaders of the world's green universities on the 42nd place. It is the best place in Central Europe. We are proud of this place on the ranking. Hungarian universities, and it reached a high ranking within Central Europe, as I mentioned. The UP obliged to continue and advertise its results, as well as to contribute to sustainability efforts of Hungarian universities. But let's see what is that green idea means to us. Self-conscious protection of the environment and the mitigation of the environmental load caused by humans can contribute to improvement the quality of life and well-being of people. Environmental awareness and the conduction of such a lifestyle is partly based on inner motivation, but it is also a form of behavior turned into action. While a conscious decision on the part of the individual assumes openness, open-minded thinking, and a sense of responsibility, on the part of the decision makers, in addition to openness, will is the most important factor. This includes consistently putting into effect environmental awareness in regard to transportation, energy usage, waste management, water usage, the relation between man and nature, the environment of the university campuses, operation, maintenance, and cleansing, consumer awareness, and sustainable consumption, alternative eating possibilities, and to the environmental load of teaching and administration. One of the most important elements of creating and developing environmental awareness is changing thinking patterns, viewpoints, attitudes, behaviors, forming individual and group attitudes, receptiveness, and sensitivity to detecting environmental problems and implementing environmental aspects. In a word, as a conclusion, we are weak one by one, individually, but strong together. That is why every green step counts. That is why we have decided this slogan, our slogan, University of Pécs, every step counts. Thank you very much for your attention.
Oh, thank you very much for your presentation, and congratulations for your rank number 43 for the Green University. Any questions, comments, or suggestion, please? Let me see. Oh, yes, Professor Cordova, you raise your hand, please.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for the presentation, Professor Victor. And I found your recording very interesting. I have two questions. The first one is that you showed that more than 50% of your energy comes from renewable energies in the campus. Right now, with the current situation, and did you need fossil fuels, or are you still managing to handle with the renewable energies in the campus? And the second one is that I found that the application created, Demola, that connects students with the enterprises is very interesting. I would like to know what are your experiences now with Demola.
Thank you very much for this. Thank you for your questions. I would like to start with Demola first. So Demola project, it launched, as I remember, this Demola project last year, involving students and combined 6 students took part in Demola project by figuring out, planning, initiating different projects on environmental awareness and environmental design. And as I remember, they have designed, elaborated the so-called pilot project. If you need details, I can collect these details, ask for these details from our coordinator, who is responsible for Green University program at our university. And later on, I can share the outcomes of this project, the output of this project with you. But as I know, it was a pilot project, and students liked it so much, and they were so enthusiastic when they took part in this project, mostly international students at University of Pécs, involving Hungarian students. So they formed the teams, joined teams, and try to figure out new plans on environmental awareness. That's all what I can share on Demola with you now. And about renewable energy, it's a very, very complicated question because we have many campuses at University of Pécs, not only one huge center. That's why we need to diversify our energy supply, and it is very, very variable regarding different campuses. For example, one faculty can use renewable energy or just partially can use renewable energy. For example, central heating, and central heating comes from biomass. We use biomass. It means agricultural production, mostly timber wood. That's why it is called biomass, so-called agricultural materials, and it is central heating. So it counts, as I know, it counts or it is considered renewable energy in the European Union because it is like an agricultural waste. It's not waste, but it is counted in the renewable matrix. That's why we can cover 60, almost 70% of our energy supply by using biomass. Of course, we would like to develop it. Further development will hopefully carried out by the leadership of the university, head of university, and then later on we can intensify our renewable energy consumption, not only consumption, but those materials that can facilitate the use renewable energy, solar panels, for example, and other issues, mostly solar power panels and solar energy. and this kind of biomass. It is called biomass. I know it's a little bit disputed still in the European Union, but that's also we can make for the European Union. Hopefully, the European Union will support our efforts, like university, like a public institution, and hopefully we can continue our work on upgrading our energy infrastructure and energy supply. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Any other comments and questions? We still have a couple of minutes for this section. Yes, this is a questions from the chat box. A question for the honorable speaker. Has the investment for renewable energy, particularly for solar panel, been secured from the university resource, or is it the outcome of a public funding or private partnership, please?
Sorry, to me, that this question aimed my presentation.
I'm not sure this is the, he did, yes, he said yes, goes to you.
Thank you very much. I was confused a little bit. So unfortunately, I'm not aware of our energy matrix. So I am a university instructor. I teach sustainable development at University of Pécs, and I am a member of this Green University project. I don't think, I am 100% sure we cannot cover our energy supply totally by using solar panels and biomass. I don't think it, but of course we made and continuously we make efforts to develop this kind of energy supply, and hopefully in the future then we can cover not 100% in 100% totally, but hopefully in 19% or 80-90% the energy supply of University of Pécs by using renewable energy in the future. I know it's very, very complicated. We still use coal, I know, we still use other energy sources, nuclear power plant, for example, that can provide the electricity for Hungarian institutions not far from Pécs. So unfortunately, this shift, this transition from traditional energy sources to renewable energy sources is very, very a hard topic, very complicated. I know it's a little bit slower than we expected before due to other problems. For example, the devastating war, this horrible war in our neighborhood in Ukraine. So, but we try to do our best. That's what I would like to share with you.
Okay.
Thank you for your question. Thanks.
Okay, thank you very much. I think this is a renewable issue, is an important issues right now. Okay, and just remind all the participants, if you're interested for the full presentation of each speaker, you can go to see at the I think the UI Green already published all the presentation of each speakers. You can see the link at the chat box, and you can listen the full presentation of each speakers. Okay, the time is up. So quickly, I return the floor to the coordinator of NPUST. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining this section.
We thank you very much. We thank you very much for the chair, Professor Dr. Pingtung, and also for Professor Rafael as co-chair. Thank you very much. And we also thank the presenters for your overall and exciting sharing and discussion. And we also thank Professor Riri and all the participants who have joined this discussion session with us. I think this is a lot of information, and as our chair mentioned, that there are more details information available for people to see. So as for tomorrow, we will have even more discussions that we hope that everyone can participate in. And the meeting tomorrow, the workshop will also start at 6:30 p.m. Taipei time. Okay, 6:30 p.m. Taipei time for registration. And we thank everyone again. Thank you, Professor Rui, and thank all the chair, co-chair, and all the participants for this fruitful discussion. Thank you very much. See everyone tomorrow.
Very much also.
Thank
Thanks
you.
a lot.
See you again.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you very much from the UI GreenMetric for rankings. Thank you for all your support and help. Thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Thank you too.
Thank you. Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow.
Besok. Itu format itu udah.
Appreciate